Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to today's insightful webinar on Procurement Powerhouse, Unleashing Success with Certified Professional Purchasing Manager, or CPPM. Now, we are delighted, as I mentioned earlier, to have you join us as we explore the dynamic world of procurement and the incredible possibilities that come with CPPM certification. My name is May Thomas, and I am the Senior Marketing Specialist of the ISS, and I will be your host for today's event. So here's a quick overview of what we have in store for you today. So number one, we would learn the value of CPPM certification for career growth and organizational success. And we would also explore strategies to optimize procurement processes, drive cost savings, and enhance your efficiency. Also, we would know how to stay ahead with insights into the latest industry trends and the best practices. And of course, it'll also give us how to master negotiation skills and build strong supplier relationships. All right. Now, before we start, a few house rules or reminders to make this event more memorable for everyone. So may I please request for everyone to keep your microphone muted during the session to avoid any background noise. And also, if everyone can make sure that the name showing on your screen is the name that you used when you registered. Okay. And also, if you have any questions, feel free to use the chat box and we'll address them during the Q&A segment. Cool? All right. Any questions so far? None? Okay. Now, without further ado, allow me to introduce our esteemed speaker who brings a wealth of knowledge and experience to this platform, Mr. Panier Salvam Xavier, who is a seasoned senior supply chain consultant with over 13 years of consulting prowess in the dynamic realm of supply chain. So he has from procurement and logistics to contract management, inventory control, and forecasting. His skill set is a testament to his holistic understanding of the supply chain landscape. Mr. Salvam also holds a comprehensive background spanning from a multitude of industries like oil and gas, automobile, consulting, training, and nonprofit organization. So without further ado, let's all welcome Mr. Panier Salvam Xavier to the virtual stage. Mr. Panier.
Hey, hi all. Hope you all can hear me. Yeah, is it? Am I audible to you all?
Yeah, loud and clear, Salvam.
That's perfect. Okay, so that's really good to have you, May, and you have given more than well enough self-introductory for me, and that's great, really great. So I don't need to introduce myself, and the entire introduction has been given by Ms. May, and that's really impressive. Thanks, May, for your kind host and all this welcome speech. That's really wonderful, huh?
Thank you.
So, guys, actually, we are here to hold for a webinar somewhere around 30 to 40 minutes. Okay, so here, what you are gonna do is you're gonna learn or you are gonna observe the knowledge of why we need CPPM, what do you get through CPPM, how it contributes to your success, or what kind of growth immerse it gives you to after you complete the CPPM, or what is the great brand APS has. All these things we will discuss during this webinar as well. So prior to that, I have few icebreaker questions uh, to have across the audience. So guys, I will ask these icebreaker questions, but you can throw your answers on the chat box so that our team can review through the answers what we get through the chats. Okay. So my first concern question for as an icebreaker is, what is your favorite part of the procurement process and why? Okay. So let me share my presentation view so that you guys can have actually look into the questions. Are you guys able to view my screen? May
Mm,
you can confirm that
Not yet,
Not
it's
Mr.
yet.
visible.
Salvam.
It's not yet visible. One
Yeah.
sec.
All right, there it goes. Yes, we can see your screen now. Mr. Selvam, I think you're on mute. Are you trying to say something?
Am I audible now?
Yes, you are.
Yeah. See, the icebreaker questions are being shown on the screen, so you have to, or you can put your answers through the chats. Our team will collect and observe through this, because these are the questions which actually give us some kind of information why you actually look for CPPM. So that's the reason we put this icebreakers into the pictures. Okay. So let's start with our session. So why we actually required CPPM? What kind of things it gives to the uh, fellows who do the CPPM? Do you have any ideas how this CPPM helps your career growth? Let's have a look into it. Okay, so it gives you the expertise and skills that equips you as a professional fellow in sourcing, in negotiation, in supplier management and contracts management and risk assessment. So those are the skill sets and the expertise you get through the CPPM. Okay, and the credibility you observe through this CPPM, it would validate your knowledge and capabilities and enhance your professional reputation, distinguish from the non-certified peers. So these are the credibility you get through CPPM, and CPPM has its own market understanding about APS. APS holds that particular market credibility. Okay, so because it has its own brand view across in it all countries across, especially in US. If you go with CPPM certificates, yes, that plays a very major or important role with the APS CPPM certifications. Okay, that gives you entire credibility, and you have the opportunities of networking with other professionals as well, industry experts and practitioners. So CPPM provides that kind of career growth by having the opportunity to develop your network as well, and you can have much better advancement comparatively to any other certificates. Like, it can lead to your career advancement by positioning you as a qualified candidate for managerial or any leadership positions or roles within the procurement function. Okay, so the next thing is the global recognition, that it can be advantageous if you're considering working for MNCs or dealing with suppliers or partners around the world. Yeah, that would be the CPPM APS would be the ideal thing to do it through DISs. And again, see, the most important thing what we look for is career opportunities. Whatever certifications we do, we obviously look for a better career opportunities, which can be easily done through CPPM APS. So it can open doors to wide range of job opportunities, from procurement specialist to supply chain. Uh, so that's what the career growth you get through CPPM APS through DIS. So the other point of CPPM is to do the it would give you your organizational success as well. Okay, because you practice during your CPPM course a much better enhanced practices, right? It brings advanced procurement practices into your organizations, and it improves your organization efficiency, cost savings, and a better vendor relationship. And also your organization might have a strategic sourcing in place. It optimizes supplier selection, right? Negotiation, contract management, or for improved value or reduced risk. So this kind of strategic sourcing can be thought through this CPPM certificate. The next thing is cost savings, right? Cost savings. How do you save costs in procurement? For that's the most important thing for any of the procurement guys across, right? So the effective procurement management leads to the optimized cost through the efficient supplier management, negotiation, and contract compliances, right? So the basic thing for any procurement officer or procurement management or on the top leadership, the objective is to minimize the cost. That's the obvious thing any organizational success would look for, right? So, and we do CPPM, and obviously we do cost savings across. And compliance and ethical practices, yeah, that's the most important thing for anyone who works into the Department of Procurement, because we believe in ethical things and legal requirements in procurement process that would reduce the exposure of your organization to compliance related issues, right? So that's the good thing as well. So innovation and efficiency, so it brings innovative procurement strategies and best practices to the organization. driving process improvements and fostering a culture continuous improvement. All this will give organizational success, right? I think you guys are following up, right? Because you guys have been muted, so I think you guys are catching up with what I speak. Okay, so let's talk about more about
Yes.
optimizing procurement strategies. Okay, so the optimizing procurement strategy is nothing but how you optimize your entire procurement process, or how it eliminates the time inconsistency or the gap between different processes. So what are the different aspects? So I have given very few such things into this. Okay, so basically we have a few things listed out here. That's supplier relationship management. So if you develop strong relationship with your key suppliers, regular communication, collaboration, and joint planning can lead to better price, better terms, pricing, and faster response times. That's the good supplier relationship management. And don't worry about it. We will be teaching you that on CPPM through APS in DISS. Okay. And the better optimization strategy. The second part is the data-driven decisions. And now everything is data-driven decisions, right? So if you go for any procurement or any procurement departments across different countries, different platforms or different companies, they all being driven by data, right? So we use analytics, data analytics, gain sites, spending patterns, supplier performance, market trends. So many data driven decisions we take, and we build so many dashboards for procurements as well. The third most very common and most popular old methodology is your spend analysis. Conduct a comprehensive analysis of your spending and identify the areas of overspending, maverick buying, opportunities for consolidation. This will enable you to negotiate a better contracts and reduce overall cost, right? And the other thing is the centralized procurement. Do you guys know what is centralized procurement? Centralized procurement. Okay, so you guys were muted, so let me continue with my session. Centralized procurement is nothing but when an entire procurement function to standardize a process, you leverage bulk purchasing and streamline approvals. This reduces the duplication of efforts and ensures consistency. So all your procurement happen under one roof. That's what the centralized procurement. That is one of the optimizing strategies, but not meant for all the companies. It depends. It also depends on what kind of companies we run through. And nowadays everything is e-procurement systems, implemented digital procurement platforms and softwares to automate routine tasks such as purchase requisition, approvals. And I know most of you guys are familiar with ERP like SAP, Oracle, Odoo, Whatso and whatnot. Okay, there are millions of e-procurement systems now. SAP Ariba is famous for e-procurement systems as well, which increases the efficiency and reduces manual errors as well. So the last point is the performance evaluation. That's one of the key part or the key component of optimizing your procurement strategies as well. So suppliers regularly assess supplier performance based on the factors like quality, on-time delivery, responsiveness. That helps you are identifying underperforming suppliers and make necessary improvements, or your radicalization over your suppliers. So you make a strong base of suppliers rather than having a wide range of suppliers, and you will be better be confused like whom to buy with. Every time you have to do an analysis or market evaluation to choose the right supplier, right? So this kind of performance evaluation over your suppliers make a strong base of suppliers who can be easily in terms with your company as well. So we optimize procurement through this kind of performance evaluation strategies as well. And here are a few more. Again, the strategic sourcing, which we have been discussing even in the past. Your career growth and organizational success all depends on your strategic sourcing, identifying strategic commodities, how to conduct this supply, demand, and profit impact. So that kind of analysis. Have you all heard about Kroljic model, which explains you which items belongs to bottleneck, strategic items, leverage items, and easily available items. So we split using a model called Kroljic, which will identify which items are easily available and which are not. Okay, so here is the next thing is which is supplier diversity. Okay, working with diverse to promote innovation, inclusivity, This also open opportunities for unique partnerships and cost savings. Contract management, implement a robust contract management system to track contracts, terms, miles, and renewals dates. This ensures compliance and help you to take advantage of renegotiation of opportunities as well. Okay, so uh, the risk management. How do I speak about risk management? See, risk management again a core component any procurement leadership would go for. Okay, because everybody's eyes will be on the risk management side. So identifying, mitigating potential risk in your supply chain, such as geopolitical environment, economic risk, contingency plan against your unexpected disruptions. So this is all the different kinds of risk management which will optimize your procurement, and through the risk management strategies we would optimize your procurement as well. So demand forecasting, that's the great and beautiful part of procurement as well, man. Because the demand forecasting is an it's highly wanted in the market. It has a huge demand in market because every company wants to know what would happen in the next few months or in the next few years. So they are eager to know what is going to be the future is, or in terms of money as well. So use accurate demand forecasting to align procurement with actual needs. This prevents overstocking, stockouts, and you to optimize your inventory levels as well. And cross-functional collaboration. See, mostly what I would see on through my experience is the collaboration is one of the major thing every companies try to adopt, but they don't achieve that holistic success when they use this cross-functional collaborations. So foster collaboration between procurement, finance, operation, and other departments, ensuring that through a cross-functional collaboration or holistic approach to procurement decision, that's what we do teach on a CPPM and APS through DISS. Uh-huh. So, guys, so far we have gone through your career growth, your organizational success, and optimizing procurement strategies, optimizing your procurement, driving cost in procurement is what we are going to see now. So, yeah. So, what would drive the cost in procurement? See, as we all know, it's not only the buying cost of a product. It's not just the price of the product we look for, right? So, there is an approach called the total cost of ownership, mm, which we would say, if we want to buy something, there is certain things which is included on top of the product as well. It's not only the product price. There is a packaging involved, there is a outer package involved, there is a transportation involved. So there are so many life cycle costs across. So we can club all this together and we call that as total cost of ownership to acquire that product. So that is the how do we optimize that. That's one viewpoint we look in the drive cost in procurement. Okay, the other thing is the again the demand forecasting also plays a vital role in driving costs in procurement as well, because you know what is going to be the demand, or how do we overstock. Do we need to overstock, or we should go out of stock, or we need to reduce the carrying cost, or to ensure the utilization of products optimal. So all these things will be you can grab through the demand forecasting as well when you try to optimize your drive cost in procurement. And supply performance management, again it again reduce or drive cost in procurement, because as you measure your supplier's performance based on the quality, the delivery, the pricing, you would also end up which supplier is actually disrupting your manufacturing sectors or other companies, right? So that helps in identifying high performance suppliers or anybody who is addressing underperformers. All this can be addressed through. And the negotiation strategies, yeah, that again, man, every procurement officer will love to negotiate. Yeah, it's an effective negotiation technique. Skillful negotiations can lead to better terms and conditions, better discounts, and it can improve your cost structures as well, right? So that's what any procurement officer would love to do it. And don't worry about it. We would make you expert on negotiation strategies, as we I'm 100% I'm sure about we would make you an expert in negotiation strategies while you do the CPPM. And there are a few things called market research. Yeah, that's the boring part for me, because you have to stay tuned in the market to find the trends, price fluctuations, emerging suppliers, who are the newcomers, what would be the trends. The knowledge enables you to make well performed purchasing decisions, so you have to be always current in the market and how to observe the trends. Even though it is boring, but it actually attributes so much to your procurement drive cost, or to optimize your drive cost in procurement. Okay, so also benchmarking, comparing your procurement practices to the best practices in the industries, or compare it with your competitors, or benchmarking can reveal areas where you can enhance actually cost savings. Okay, so that is what we'll doing in optimizing drive cost in procurement. Okay, now let's move with a thing called strategies to enhance your efficiency. Okay, so basically we try to do process standardization, like define your clear standardized procurement process that are followed consistently across the organization. This reduces confusions, delays, and errors. Okay, so and the thing is, next thing is catalog management. You create catalogs for commonly purchased items. This allows employees to quickly find and order necessary items without involving lengthy procurement process. So this is the latest thing which every e-procurement cycle has been included. So they have a catalog, so you don't need to worry about any of those commonly purchased items. Just a click, you will find your orders ready in the days, right? So, and data analytics, which is a key component, and now in almost all the industry sectors, wherever or whichever sector, whichever domain, the data analytics plays very crucial role. Basically, how you utilize data analytics to identify the bottlenecks, track performance metrics, and uncover areas of process procurement. So the fourth thing is the rationalized supplier base. As I said prior, supplier management or supplier relationship management, in which we will evaluate, consider the number of suppliers, focusing building strong relationship with a select few who meet your needs consistently. So that is what we say, you rationalize your supplier base, so you don't need to worry about how many numbers of suppliers you have. You just have few who are very strong and who are very strong with your relationship. So that's what rationalized supplier base, which obviously a good strategy to enhance your efficiency. Okay, and the real time tracking, yeah, God knows we always say real time tracking systems, right? But trust me, in my 13 plus years of experience, I have built so many tracking systems to monitor the status of orders in real time. Okay, but even now I face at least 30% of the orders will be still in error condition or unknown status. But yeah, still that's a good cycle to improve your efficiency. At least 70% of your orders will be efficient enough to flow across things, right? So yeah, real time tracking is one of the best strategies to enhance your efficiency in procurement as well. uh, yeah guys, now comes to the industry trends, best practices. This is very important because this is the technology. It talks more about the technology than the what do you call, the old style procurement. Okay, because uh, as I said, you my 13 plus years of experience, or it's now even 14, I believe. See, as I progress through my career, I can see so much of technologies emerging across procurement, supply chain. So we have no choice other than accommodating that too in our daily routine cycle. So digital transformation is the current industry trends, best practices. They do follow AI, ML. I believe you all know what is AI. It's an artificial intelligence, and ML is what do you call, machine learning, and I'm not too sure what is RPA, to automate and enhance procurement process. So AI and ML, yeah, I'm very well versed with that because we use every day AI, ML, and we use some NLP as well, natural languaging process chatbots. So we use this various kinds of digital transformations across supply chain and procurement industries as well. Now, when it comes to supply diversity and sustainability, yes, see here, even for the suppliers, and integrating sustainability into procurement strategies, like how we integrate with our suppliers, even through the models, the digital transformation models would actually accompany your suppliers along with your system. Now that is the trend, because We consider suppliers as a part of our company, so we integrate our systems with them to have a keep track of key procurement process from end to end. And as I said, the third one is again data analytics and predictive insights. Yeah, that's really a good thing to learn about. Okay, because data analytics is everything now. So data analytics makes you to have or to take a better decision making, or you can take identifying cost savings opportunities, identify who is the best suppliers, or identify who is the underperformer, or identify which order or which month has a lag of orders, why there is a complexity in your receiving orders. All these insights or predictive insights or data analytics will give you all these answers to you. So industry trends, best practices, yes, we will also nudge you about the best practices of data analytics and predictive insights across. And supplier resilience, yeah, resilience is actually a really good word, you know. So why it is really good word? It is nothing but a restructuring capability, your re-evaluation of supply chain strategies to build resilience and mitigate risk. So that is the objective of supply chain resilience. And I'm really happy to say I've been working with the resilience team for the last 3.5 years across automobile and printing industries, education industries. So how to restructure the supply chain is what I'm strong at, but it is very limited over here. So as the time is very limited, I can't speak much about the supply chain resilience, because if I am start talking about supply chain resilience, only God knows when I'm going to stop that. Okay, so let's keep continuing with our discussions, man. And so far, do you guys have any questions in between? May or LV, can you just say,
Yeah.
is there any questions raised across?
So far, while I'm listening, I'm really interested to know more about it. But of course, we have
Oh,
limited
okay.
time.
So
But I
we will
guess
answer a lot.
our guest also has some inputs. Let's see after your presentation if someone would like to ask questions, they can have a time to, yeah, free time to question to raise their
Sure.
questions.
Okay. Yeah. So let's continue. E-procurement platforms. I think most of you guys were known about the e-procurement platforms, right? It increases adoption of online platforms for streamlined communications, and centralized procurement activities can be done through e-procurement platforms. And one of the best across in the market is SAP Ariba. I believe most of you guys know SAP Ariba. That's one of the fast-growing or well-known product across market. Also, Oracle has some procurement functionalities as well, which is good enough to handle uh, this adoption of online platforms, streamline communication, and centralized procurement activities as well. Yeah. Now here comes the beauty of procurement. Huh? So the beauty of procurement always depends on what? The negotiation. Yeah, that's the that's the key point of any procurement officer or any purchase officer or anybody who lives and loves procurement would love to negotiate, right? So mastering negotiation skills is what we are going to see. So preparation is a key. Okay, so you have to, before you get into negotiation, you thoroughly research the other party and your own goals, anticipate potential scenarios and objections, all this. Okay, so and the next thing is how good is your communication, your effective communication. So you clearly articulate your points, or you actively listen to the other party, or you have open-ended questions to uncover their perspective. So those are the ways of communication, or the ways you get answers without knowing them. So try to always have a win-win solution. So it is not you always win, the other one lose. No, we try to have an optimal solution when we negotiate. So we make win-win solutions across. Okay, so aim to find a solution that benefit both the parties, collaborate to reach mutual satisfying outcomes. So that is what it is all about in negotiations. Okay, so and the most important thing, the very crucial point of negotiation skill is the control emotions and body languages, right? The body languages. Do anybody have any questions? Because I hear some
Tena
audio.
magezi. Iwama zikitaba pana kati pa mwisho. Kate gwali ato jikolira. Gwali ato jikolira.
Does anybody have any question?
Yes.
Hello?
Yes,
Yeah. Joshua, you have a question?
yes.
Yes.
Okay. Please, what is the difference between centralized procurement and e-procurement?
Yeah, Joshua, that's really a good question. Procurement is your normal routine life of doing things like paperwork or your Excel always.
Oh,
So
someone is making
e-procurement is
noise.
nothing. Am I audible now, Joshua?
Just a moment. May we request for everyone to please mute your mic or
Um, Hi, everyone. May I please request for your microphones to be muted?
Madam,
Oh,
can you mute him?
all right then. Okay, yes, Joshua, go ahead.
Yeah, Joshua, can you hear me now? Joshua, can you hear me now? Okay. See, the procurement, the general
Yes.
procurement is nothing but you do things manually on your computers and then you go for some kind of next steps of process, right? Like creating a purchase orders manually and then move it to the next one. So everything is a paperwork and filed work, right? So e-procurement eliminates that. You don't need to carry manually the work. So your e-procurement such as auctions, tenders, supplier contracts, onboarding suppliers, this all will have an automated process. So all you send them a link so they fill up their forms, so the supplier gets an account set up on your system, so then you keep doing your things, right? So that's what e-procurement platforms are. Whereas general procurement, the registration forms, they have to fill it manually and submit it, so then they will look for all the information, then look for a search, so the communications are happening manually. Whereas in e-platforms or e-procurement platforms, what will happen is the communication will be done through the system itself. So you communicate your information into the system, and I communicate whether you are being selected as a supplier or what is the price. All these things of communication will happen through the electronic platform. That is what the e-procurement I meant to say there. So am
Okay.
I answering your questions?
Yes. Thank you.
Thanks. That's a great question, Joshua. Thanks, man. So let's
Mr. Silvam, I think you're on mute.
why see every time it is getting auto muted, right? So
Yeah.
I'm not sure why it is,
All right,
but
we
it's
can
okay.
hear again. Okay.
Oh, sorry, guys.
No worries.
Okay, just a second.
All right, Mr. Silvam, I think you're still on mute again.
Oh,
Okay.
is it? Am I audible now?
Yes, go ahead.
So is my screen visible?
Yes, we can still see your screen.
Yeah. So the continuous improvement, yeah. See, the continuous improvement is the most important thing any company look for in all the aspect. Okay, it's not only mastering your negotiation skills; it's across all roles you play in procurement. Should have this continuous improvement. We call this a slow and steady process. There is something called PDCA cycle: plan, do, check, and act cycle. You keep doing
Habit
that.
Mr. Coach.
Uh, Is
Amit kita host. Oh, hindi. Saan?
Hi, may I request everyone to please put their microphones on mute while our trainer or Mr. Salvam is speaking? Thank you.
Yeah, so obviously the continuous improvements plays very vital role across all the roles we do in procurement. Okay, so that makes us more special working in procurement, because without continuous improvement we are literally zero. And the CPPM APS and through DISs is one of the major thing for your continuous improvement, because it makes you to get onto the market trends, and you adopt the strategies across different markets. So you gain your own continuous improvement through CPPM APS through DISs, right? So okay, so now the next thing is the key to build strong relationship, because the procurement is all about strong relationship, or how we communicate, how we develop trust, how we value beyond price, what are the regular engagement, the feedback and improvement we look for. So all these things plays very important role to build a strong relationship across. Okay, so that is what we do all these 13 years, because without this we are zero at procurement. And don't worry about all these skills, we will make you understand, or we will make you how to develop this kind of strong relationship across during this course of CPPM. Okay, so open communication, you always try to maintain a transparent and consistent communication with your suppliers, also with your internal employees. Okay, so that ensures the clarity and alignment within your department and outside your entity as well. And mutual trust, that's the most important part for any program. Trust by delivering on commitments, paying invoices promptly. Only God knows when do they get paid. Yeah, we theoretically, yes, we have to pay invoices promptly, but practically speaking, yes, there might be delays, there might be few hiccups. And how we communicate that, and how we make them understand, and how we pay them the invoices, that is what the open communication, right? And value beyond prices, emphasize the value suppliers bring in terms of quality, innovation and reliability. That plays very crucial role in procurement's strong relationship as well. And regular engagement, hold regular meetings with your suppliers, discuss their performance, what are the challenges they face, what are the opportunities they have for collaboration. So you try to engage them more often, because that makes them to feel that okay, we still have a strong relationship with so X1 XYZ company, right? So that is very important, regular engagement with suppliers. Okay, feedback and improvements, yeah, provide feedback, work together to enhance their services, work together to enhance their products, a process for mutual benefit. Okay, see, always in procurement, if you look at any point, whether it is supplier performance or negotiation or improving strategies or deploying strategies, we always try to process for mutual benefit. Whoever involved in this process should get benefit out of it. And it doesn't mean that the company has to reduce its benefits. No, we also have a good impact on our benefits as well. So we try to always create process, improve strategies, efficiency, whatever it is we try to do across the procurement. We try to get good feedbacks, and we try to improve through mutual benefits. Okay, so that's how the whole thing is set it up for. Yeah, guys, I'm done with my the small presentation so far I have given. So good luck with joining CPP APS through DISS. So if you guys have any questions, yeah, you can put it across. I try to answer as much as possible, as diligently. Okay.
Yes, thank you very much, Mr. Salvam, for that incredibly insightful presentation. So we'll open the floor now for any of your question for Mr. Salvam. So who will answer it for you? So if you have any question, you can raise your hand or you can put it in the chat box and we will read it out loud. Any questions? Yes, Joshua, you have a question? Go ahead.
Please, are we going to get certificate on this?
Yes, we'll be providing a certificate of participation for this webinar.
Okay.
Okay.
And with this, do you have a whole course on it one?
I'm sorry. Oh, what was the question again, Joshua? Can you repeat that?
I'm asking that, do you run this course on its own?
If we run the, okay. Are you asking if we'll be running the class or the program?
Yeah.
Yes. So we will be, we do have, that's why we're having this webinar. So we wanted to promote our courses or the CPPM
Oh, okay.
course. Okay. Oh, okay, Mr. Salvam, I have one here from Mr. Radha Krishnan. The question is, any bespoke software for procurement, such as oil field or petrochemical?
See, there are many. That's what I said. SAP, Ariba is one of the most famous for oil and gas. Oracle is famous for oil and gas. See, it all depends on who implement and how they get implemented across. Because see, there is one thing in supply chain we always say about any bespoke softwares or any predefined softwares cannot be fitted into any company. So before we implement any such softwares, we do certain things of to modify that software or to alterate that software or the bespoke software so called. So what we do is we do two things: we read their business or we read the entire business, how their flows are and what kind of components they it fits into. So we try to modify the entire thing and then we fit the ERP across the thing. That is what we usually do. There are few processes in that. One is the BRP, business reengineering process. The other one is the continuous improvement process, CIP. So we always look for the business reengineering process, how to redefine the entire process, and then we will fit the software on top of it. That would be the ideal way to do. There are actually bespoke products, but it won't actually fit into any of the companies because every company will have a different process structures and different enabled document flows. So we modify the process and then we fix the thing. So the most common is SAP Ariba for procurement and Oracle procurement as well. Those are
Right.
the top two.
Okay,
And you
we
can
hope.
also go for
Mhm.
Microsoft Dynamics. Yes.
Okay, thank you. We hope we answered your
I
question,
have one
Mr.
question.
Radhakrishnan.
One more, please.
Yes, please
One
go
more
ahead.
question.
Go ahead, Mr. Radhakrishnan.
So if I would like to transform one position into other position, which job category is good for transformation to a purchase sector?
Radhakrishnan, actually, I'm not able to grasp your question. Um, can you repeat that once again, please? Pardon me, please.
So suppose I would like to transform or to change my just the job position into one position, the other positions, such as in the procurement section. So, which
Hmm.
background should be that candidate will hold?
Yeah. Radhakrishnan, that's the most beautiful question because see, that's actually a most interesting question as well. Because your question is okay. Let's say I have something like XY background, and I want to jump into procurement. Is it possible?
Yes,
That is the kind of questions you are looking for, right? See,
yeah,
the
yeah.
beauty of procurement is it doesn't mean in which or in which area you are, because every area will have procurement. Okay, for example, if you work for an IT environment, there is also a procurement which will be obviously done. So they want to buy servers or services, or every industry should have procurement, though it don't have any options other than having a procurement. For example, let's say education industries, they have to recruit so many things. All right, they have to look for the trainers. So literally here the trainers are becoming the suppliers, or the materials they give. So where do they print, how do they buy? So every company or every industry would rather have this opportunity of working as a procurement. So if you work in any industry, obviously yes, you have a very easy way of shifting yourself to the next industry by just observing a certification in the current industry you are looking for. For example, if you're trying to move from an IT industry procurement to oil and gas industry procurement, all you just need to do is a certification course which is correlated with oil and gas and procurement. That's it. You can easily move your career across. All you need to know is how they do things across, right? So the procurement process is going to be the same thing, whether you buy an IT product or you buy an oil and gas, because both has the high value and low value items as well, right? So yeah, that's easy to switch when you have a comprehensive certifications across.
Okay, sir. Thank you for the information.
Thanks,
Professor.
Ah,
Alex.
great. Do we have any more questions? Hmm.
I think Joshua has raised his hand.
Yes.
Unfortunately.
I cannot raise my hand. Anyway,
Let's
May,
go.
for everyone, like for example, maybe this is a question for everyone. For doing the CPPM, CPPM is already certified procurement. So is there any prerequisite, maybe other wants to know, to directly to go to CPP or CPPM course, or they need to have a prerequisite before they do the CPP?
Uh, that's actually a good question as well, because see, to do CPPM it is too mandatory to do CPP as well. Okay, or does your experience met? Yes, you can do straight away CPPM. Those are the two possibilities. So your experience matters for us, whether you can straight away enroll in CPPM or you have to do CPP and then you have to enroll with CPPM. And it all depends on how much good knowledge you have across the industry as well. Because see, for example, if you do CPP and then go for CPPM, you have the ground level knowledge and then the strategic level knowledge and then the leadership knowledge, so you grasp the entire thing across from top to bottom, right? Or some from bottom to top, either the way you have the entire set of knowledge across you, and it is easy for everyone to grasp those things. Okay, this is what the base, this is what the mid tier, and this is what the high end. So you have the entire set, and we obviously believe that your experience will always give you the ground level and the mid level tires. So obviously if you are having a good experience and exposure on procurement, like roles of a manager and stuff, yes, obviously you can enroll with CPPM straight away. Yeah, that's possible.
Yeah. Follow-up question. So it doesn't mean that, for example, you are involved in any operational and this procurement thing, but you are not a procurement. The thing is that you want to enroll for this CPP. So for example, you are in the finance or in accounts or somehow in the
Yes.
operation team,
Yeah.
but you
Yeah,
want
see,
to do
if
the
you are
CPP,
not
so
involved in
possible.
actual procurement, yes, if you are not involved in actual procurement, yes, you have to do it from the base. If you have enough experience, yes, you can kick off with CPP.
Thank you.
That's great.
Great.
Yeah, Joshua, your hands are raised for so long. Yeah, let's discuss, man.
Yes.
Put your questions
I have
across.
another question.
Yeah.
Yeah, please, I want to ask that does CPP law run through uh, all industries or sectors?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
See, even our entire life depends on procurement, man. We
Okay.
earn so much money and we spend very little, right? That's our procurement. That is what the whole objective of CPPM is.
Okay. I think it depends on the industries. But I get it.
Okay, man.
All right, great.
May I have
Do, hmm.
may I have one question?
Yes, Mr. Radhakrishnan, you have a question?
Do you have any pre-request for attending this course, like background qualifications, age, it is any obstructions?
I'm sorry, we didn't quite get that, Mr. Radhakrishnan. Could you repeat it, please?
So this is any pre-request is required for attending this international course, like age or education minimum requirements?
Radhakrishnan, there is no such requirements to or the prerequisites for to attend CPP. Okay, but to attend CPPM, yes, there are prerequisites, which is either CPP or you have to have a background of experience in procurement. So yes, we do have prerequisites for CPPM, but we don't have any prerequisites for CPP. Okay,
Okay, thank you, sir. That's
thank you,
it.
Radhakrishnan.
Thank you very much for all the questions. Any more before we wrap up? Okay. Okay, great. Now, before we wrap up today's session, we hope that it ignited the passion in you for procurement excellence. And for those who are not in procurement, we hope that, you were enticed, about the CPPM course. Okay. Now, before we conclude in today's event, as I've mentioned, let me call on Ms. Elvie Reyes, the Business Development Manager of DISS, to give us a few words. Ms. Elvie?
Yes, thank you, May, and appreciate for hosting for today's event. It's very informative and very productive, I guess. Though it's very direct to the point discussion, and Mr. Xavier for this wonderful presentation. Very few slides, but very fruitful. Anyway, I really appreciate that, and I hope everyone also they learn something on this, and not for an individual, but for your company as well that might need, for your career development and improvement of your organization. Please do not hesitate to contact us. Our senior special marketing specialist, Ms. May, will gonna email you separately for you to be able to have a contact information. And if you have any further clarification with regards to this training and public schedule, please do let us know. We will provide you the requirement that you needed. And I hope we can start giving you public schedule for everyone. And let's see how many of you will going to start doing the CPP. Thank you so much for your time, and we really appreciate for joining with us today, though it's your off day. Thank you, May.
Thank you, Ms. Elvie, and thank you everyone for attending today's event. Remember that continuous learning is the key to unlocking new opportunities and taking your career to a greater height. Okay, so don't miss your chance to enhance your project management skills if you're already in procurement or purchasing, and explore the opportunities that awaits you. Okay, again, a heartfelt thank you to all our attendees and our speaker, Mr. Selvam, for being a part of our procurement powerhouse, unleashing success with certified professional purchasing manager. So we hope that you'll embrace the journey of growth together. Okay. Also, for those who's asking, we will be, or I'll be sending you an email after this webinar containing the link for the recorded session of this event, and also if you wanted to receive your certificate of participation. All right, so please check your emails and reply to that email. And if you have any questions or if you were intrigued by what you learned today and eager to embark on a journey of professional growth, you can always send us an email at info@diss.com.qa, or you can visit our website at www.diss.com.qa. All right. Again, thank you everyone for attending today's webinar. Stay safe and enjoy the rest of the day. Thank you very much, Mr. Selvam, for being part of this webinar.
Hey, thanks a lot, mate. Thanks, LV, and thanks all. Bye-bye,
Great.
guys.
Goodbye. Thank you. Have a great afternoon, everyone.